I welcome you back to this channel. In today's video, I'll be breaking down how much it will cost you to raise 100 broilers in 6 weeks. Whether you are just starting your poultry farming journey or planning to expand your small farm, this breakdown will help you plan your budget with confidence. I'll walk you through the cost for chicks, feed, medication, housing and other essentials, and by the end you will know exactly how much to set aside. So guys, let's dive in. The first thing you have to consider is the day-old chicks. You will need 100-day-old chicks. Prices vary by location and hatchery you are getting your chicks from. So let's assume a day-old chicks cost 750 naira per one. So for 100 chicks, you will spend 75,000 naira. 100 chicks will come with 2 extra chicks to make it 102. The next is feed, and feed takes about 70% of your total cost of production. A broiler will consume between 4 to 4.5 kg of feed in 6 weeks, depending on what your final weight would be. Let's assume you want to feed your birds with 4 kg of feed. With 4 kg of feed, you should be expecting between 2.5 to 2.7 kg weight of your birds. For you to calculate to 100 birds, you have to multiply 4 kg by 100, which will give you 400 kg of feed, which means 100 birds will consume 400 kg of feed for 6 weeks. Now, if a bag of feed is 25 kg, to get the total number of bags of feed to use, you have to divide 400 kg by 25 kg, which will give us 16 bags. So 100 broilers will consume 16 bags of feed for 6 weeks to give you an average weight of 2.5 kg to 2.7 kg. Make sure you use quality and professional starter and finisher feed to get good results. So if a bag of feed costs 25,000 naira and 100 broilers will consume 16 bags, that means feed alone will cost you 400,000 naira. That is 16 bags times 25,000 naira. That's on feed. The next thing is vaccine and medication. You see, keeping your birds healthy is critical. You need vaccines, multivitamins, glucose, maybe some antibiotics, anticoccidia if crises arise. You can set aside 20,000 naira for this. You know what? Prevention is cheaper than treatment. So you have to follow a vaccination schedule from week 1. If you do not know what vaccination schedule means or how to go about vaccination, you can watch the video that I pinned on this post right here to understand what vaccination is all about. And then another thing you also want to consider is your heat source and your beddings. So for heat source, during brooding, you can use either charcoal as your heat source or a gas brooder. If you are using a charcoal, for example, 1 bag of charcoal is enough for 100 chicks during their brooding stage, and in my own location, a bag of charcoal costs 7,000 naira. So you can include your own location price. And for beddings, you can go for wood shavings, which cost 500 naira per bag in my location, or sawdust, which is free in my location. So if I'm to use wood shaving all through the 6 weeks, I will use 5 bags, which will cost me 2,500 naira only, or 6 bags, which will cost me 3,000 naira only. And that's all you need. And I will set aside 5,000 naira for miscellaneous. Now that we've break down the costs, let's put it all together. So here's a summary of our estimated cost. We have our day-old chicks, which is 75,000 naira, feed, which is 400,000 naira, vaccines and medication, which is 20,000 naira, beddings and charcoal, which is 10,000 naira, and miscellaneous, which is 5,000 naira. So the total estimate will be 510,000 naira for 100 birds in 6 weeks. Now, let's imagine you have 5% mortality at most under good management. That is, your biosecurity is on check, your feeding system is on check, your vaccination program is on check, there is no disease outbreak. You have 5% mortality at most. In fact, you might not even have any mortality at all, and so in some cases the mortality might not even be up to 5%. Remember, I said that a carton that is 100-day-old chicks will come with 2 extra, so that 2 extra can even cover up for the mortality you will be having, and we still have your 100 chicks at the end of the day. So now that the cost of production, the estimate we did is 510,000 naira. The cost price for one broiler would be 510,000 divided by 95. That is if we have a mortality of 5%. So the cost price of each bed would be around 5,400 naira. So it is now left to you how much you want to sell your beds. Now, I'm directing this question to you. If your cost price is 5,400 naira, how much will you sell one broiler chicken? That is left to you. So you can decide to add 20% profit. You can decide to sell your chicken for 6,400 naira, 7,000, 7,400, 10,000, any price that you wish. So that is left to you to decide how much you want to sell your chicken, and location also determines how much you will be selling your chicken. If you find this video helpful, kindly give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and turn on your post notification so that you don't miss out when we post videos on poultry farming and agri business. I will see you in the next video. Bye.